This is the Infinix Hot 40 Pro, and this is the Infinix Hot 40. Yeah, I know, they look like twins. Infinix added a Pro model to the Hot lineup for the first time this year, making the lineup the Hot 40 Pro, the Hot 40, and the Hot 40i. Now, when there are three variants of a product or service, a high-end, mid-tier, and low-end variant, most people just stick with the middle, because we tend to believe that would give the most value for your money. So, with the Hot 40 being that middle option, does it give the most value? Let's talk about it. So we already know that design-wise we're getting basically the same treatment as the Pro phone. We have a triple camera setup in this raised camera module on the top left of the phone. No doubt with this design, Infinix took some inspiration from the iPhone, but they do have a slightly more rectangular module than Apple's square. In that module, you notice the only obvious design difference with the Hot 40 Pro, and that's the text that reads 50 megapixel triple camera. On the Pro, it's 108 megapixels. But yeah, besides that, it's basically the same. We've got a somewhat glittery matte finish on the rear with the camera module being glossy. We've got flat sides with a shiny gloss finish. We've got even the same dimensions on the Pro, same buttons, same ports, same fingerprint sensor, even same dual stereo speakers. The only other difference is with the weight. The Pro is slightly heavier. So really, you're not missing out on anything design-wise when you go with the Hot 40. Like even when you turn it around, it has a hole punch cutout, just like the Pro. With the Hot 40, you're getting a 6.78-inch 90Hz 1080p LCD display. It's the same display as the Hot 30 from last year, and when compared to the Hot 40 Pro, the only thing you're missing out on is 120Hz. So it's looking kind of good, but how does this fare in day-to-day use? Well, as you can probably imagine, it's fine. 6.78 inches is huge and definitely large enough for all your content consuming needs. Also, 1080p theoretically is a sharp enough resolution for watching videos, and when I did watch videos, it was in fact sharp enough. Trust me, you would enjoy watching content on this screen. Now of course, this is an LCD panel, so it wouldn't be as crisp or vibrant as an AMOLED display, but for its price point, it's fine. As for its refresh rate, it's at 90Hz, which again is very fine. It definitely helps the phone feel fluid and more responsive. And then for its brightness, it's capped at 500 nits, which is usable outdoors, but under direct sunlight, you would struggle to see what's on screen. We can't talk about the display without talking about the magic ring. It's kind of like Dynamic Island, but only appears when you do certain actions. Some people like it, some people don't. For those who don't, you can easily turn it off in these settings. Just to quickly touch on software, this is running on Android 13 on top of XOS version 13.5. If you've used any Infinix device in the past year or two, you'll be pretty familiar with this look. On the homepage, there's the suggestions widget. There you'd find your frequently used apps and also a host of smart suggestions, which you can sort of customize. Like usual, you swipe from the top right to access the control panel, and then swipe from the top left to access your notifications. Don't know if you remember Folax, the voice assistant? Well, now she's multilingual. She can help you translate. I think that's pretty cool. One feature you should definitely turn on, or check if it's turned on, is Google's Find My Device. Hop in the settings and search for Find My Device, and just make sure it's turned on, because in the event that your phone goes missing, well, you can find it. Another setting I like to turn on is themed icons. As you've probably seen already, when turned on, some of the app icons would match your wallpaper, and to me, it just looks pretty neat. It's not the best implementation of Material You, but it's a decent start. As for software updates, there is no official word from Infinix, but personally, I don't think it would get any major OS updates. This spots the same processor as its predecessor, the Helio G88, which for its price point is very decent. The only phone that I think comes with a better processor is the Redmi Note 12 with the Snapdragon 685, and that phone would cost you an additional 22,000 naira, if you can find it. So although it's the same chipset as last year, it's still a very decent performer for the price. Multitasking from my experience is great. You can easily have 10 apps open simultaneously and be able to switch between them. That's thanks to the 8 gigs of RAM it comes with. And for some reason, if that's not enough, you can add an extra 8 gigabytes of virtual RAM. I'm not much of a gamer, I've said this like a billion times now, but from an average gamer's perspective, this phone games very fine. I played Asphalt 9 in its default settings and it looked and felt great. I didn't experience any frame drops and the phone didn't get hot. I mentioned earlier that this comes with 2 speakers, and I must say, they're really loud. When I switched to FIFA Mobile, I experienced basically the same thing. It played the game at medium graphics settings, gameplay was smooth, and it also didn't get hot. This comes with a 50 megapixel main camera, a 2 megapixel macro lens, and a third AI lens. And then on the front, we have a 32 megapixel selfie camera. You can expect to get these types of photos when you shoot with enough light, preferably sunlight. You can see how nice this photo came out. Dynamic range and colors are spot on. The camera also gives detailed photos. If you zoom in, you can still see the individual leaves. The selfies also look good. It does a good job with my skin, the color of the shirt, even the sky, even though it wasn't that blue. I can also confirm that night mode actually works and produces a more detailed image. It shoots videos up to 2K resolution, and although the quality came out okay, the footage was color accurate, HDR was spot on, you can clearly see it's shaky because it doesn't have stabilization even at 1080p, I believe. So I recommend using a tripod when shooting videos for better results. 5000 mAh and 33 watts of fast charging. So we have a big battery that would most likely last the whole day for most people, unless you're gaming, and in that case it would last about 9 hours. But then when it does die, you can charge up quickly with the 33 watt charger they give you in the box. When I tested it, in 30 minutes it went from 0 to 47%, and then it took a little over an hour 10 minutes to fully charge. Another cool battery feature is reverse wired charging, so you can use your Hot 40 to charge up your friends' phones. It's slow, but it works. So that's the Hot 40. When compared to other phones in its price point, it does hold its weight. And then when you compare it to the Pro variants, yes, the Pro is the better phone. It comes with some nice luxuries like the 120Hz refresh rate, the 108 megapixel main camera, the better processor, but I still think that the Hot 40 comes with enough stuff to attract the majority of people. Also, this one costs about $170, so it's supposed to be on the budget side, but because of the exchange rate, here in Nigeria it cost about 168,000 naira. But anyway, that's my review of the Infinix Hot 40. Let me know what you guys think of the Hot 40 in the comments. There are tons more videos coming, so subscribe so you don't miss them, and I'll see you when you see me.